And they said Kalen DeBoer couldn't recruit. Well, he's done it again. Another blue chip prospect, 4-star, joins Alabama. He's the 6th commitment for the class of 25. We're going to talk about that. A weekend of visitors. Who's next? Well, there's going to be some amazing talent in town to take on Alabama practice. How about Kaden Proctor? Yeah, he's really coming back to Alabama, but did his old coach at Iowa have something to say about it, or was that fake? We got that and a lot more, including Mike Shula back in the SEC. All that right here on the Bama Tailgate YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. That's a way of saying Roll Tide. Hit the bell so you know when we've got new content. And let's get this party started with a hearty Roll Tide. Here's your invitation. What do you say, everybody? I'm Mick Gillispie. That's Brett Elmore. You know him as Big Sexy Elmo from WJLX or at Brett Elmore Show, which airs every single morning on radio and other places. I'm that broadcaster, Mick. Roll Tide, everybody. What's up, Brett?
What's up? Welcome to Thursday. I love doing this show each and every day because this is the only show that I do without any pants on.
Okay, all right.
Do you is that not normal? I mean, do you have your pants on?
I do, yeah. But if I didn't, no one would know.
No one. No. You see, everyone did not know until now.
Until you just said that. Well, that's right. Let me say this. Love reading your guys' emails. Got a great one from J.K. Terrell. I've been a Bama fan for over 60 years, and I thoroughly enjoy your podcast. Big Sexy Elmo is the best co-host. Always has his info spot on. Thanks, Mick. You're doing it right. And they watch every day. Well, Roll Tide to you and Roll Tide to everybody hanging out. And we appreciate the comments, man. Keep the comments coming. I know some of you Ohio State fans slid in there and you were upset about your coach, Ryan Day, and what he had to say about Seth McLaughlin, blaming it on Alabama's quarterback for the bad snaps. And we all agreed that it was Seth McLaughlin's fault because he also snapped it poorly to Bryce Young, even though Bryce bailed him out. So let's not forget about that. But we don't want to talk about that. What we want to talk about, that's the past. We want to talk about the future of Alabama football. And when this guy arrived from Washington, word on the street was Alabama has just hired their own version of Brian Harsin. Except Brian Harsin did not know how to recruit at an elite level. But guess who does? Kalen DeBoer and company, and they have done it yet again. They fought other programs away, and Duke Johnson, 4-star athlete, linebacker, safety, he's going to play defense, 6th commitment of the class. Come on down, Darnell.
From Dodge County High School in Eastman, Georgia. What a great name for a high school. Dodge County High, 6'1", 200 pounds. Mick, they say this guy has like zero body fat. He's just a pure athlete.
That's Daryl Johnson.
Yeah, that's right.
And I like Duke better. Duke like John Wayne, like Duke has like the some of the footballs say Duke on them. Remember that? Like you play. We had this football growing up. It was like a NFL football. It said Duke on there. And my godfather, Uncle Charlie, had not one but 2 great dogs named Duke, including one that would actually go into the refrigerator and get his beers and bring it back to him.
That's impressive.
It is crazy. Yeah, one of the greatest dogs of all time.
That's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
But back to Daryl. USC, get out of the way. Florida State, out the door. Auburn, skedaddle. He's committed to Alabama, and this guy's dynamic. Of course, he plays 2 ways because, like I mentioned, he's from Dodge County High School of Georgia, and they're just a 2A as far as classification is concerned. But Mick, this guy's got an 80-inch wingspan.
Wow.
So he can He can
Do
make
some stuff.
plays.
He can literally fly.
He can literally fly. And, in last year, he was all region selection as a DB. He had 103 tackles as a sophomore, a two-way player. He played some quarterback, played some running back, and then, of course, defense. But this guy is projected to be a big-time player in college and then possibly make it to the next level. So we'll wait and see. But welcome to Alabama.
Look, this class is starting to get full. I mean, I know it's the 6th, but I mean, think about it. All these guys that are coming in, and we're starting to see Alabama get a commitment a week now, and you just feel the momentum. You're talking about a ton of guys that were 70 guys plus were at the practice a couple Fridays ago. And then this weekend, Brett, some more huge visitors that we're going to talk about.
Yeah. Coming up, I think tomorrow or this weekend, we'll be talking about some of these guys. Visiting today will be A.K. Deer. He's a running back. He's visiting today. Saturday, you'll have David Sanders. He's a big-time offensive tackle prospect. And then you'll also have Ty Jackson visiting on Saturday. He's a linebacker prospect. So that's just a few of the names floating around that'll be visiting either today or this weekend as the Tide gets back to practice today.
All right. Love it. We're going to keep you updated on that. All right. This right here. Well, first off, the fallout from Kaden Proctor coming back to Alabama has been tremendous. And then Ohio State was concerned that maybe Caleb Downs was going to follow suit. Maybe the grass isn't greener on the other side, or what did Nick Saban used to say? The old saying was the grass isn't greener on the other side. Nick Saban used to say the grass is always greener on the septic tank. You remember that?
Yeah. That's
Thing, right? So Proctor went to Iowa where he was from, and then now he's coming back. He put the Michael Jordan tweet out. I'm back, and I love it, man. I mean, he probably just realized he had it good and needed to stick, and he's going to. But then there was like some rumblings like maybe Downs was the next guy. He scrubbed Ohio State off of his Instagram, but apparently he's staying because they put out pictures of him, and there he was at Ohio State's pro day.
Yeah, they were really starting to sweat a little bit. That was like, oh no.
Yeah. He got the money already.
Yeah. Wait a minute, don't let him get away.
It is pretty messed up though, that we could literally bring back the entire team that transferred, and they could have already been paid, and there's nothing that anybody could do about it if they came back. That's crazy.
That is crazy, but it's great also. It's like, man, I'm telling you, it's like it's almost like robbing the casino. Ohio State's probably sitting there in a black SUV just waiting outside of Downs' apartment, making sure he doesn't go anywhere.
All right, so this was great, and I'll be honest with you, man. Like this got me. This really got me. I'm going to play it for you guys and enjoy.
It is unfortunate that Kaden has informed us of his intentions to leave our program today. We wish him well in the future. Sure, he played us for suckers and pocketed the lion's share of our limited NIL money resources. But the good news is he did not take a copy of our playbook with him, so we won't have to change a single thing schematically, and that should really excite Iowa fans this fall.
Wow. So these that was, first off, I'm going to tell you, I thought it was real. And I loved it. It just sounded real and it looked real, but it's AI. It's all just fake generated stuff. And when I loved it before, but then when I found out it was fake, I really loved it. I know most of you guys probably have seen that, but if you didn't, that's incredible.
That is funny. That's also scary. It's really scary how good that is and how well done it is. But yeah, I thought it was real too. I mean, it sounded real. But no, it is bogus. But it's still, I'm still wondering if he came away with some of the money. I mean, did he get any NIL money? And I'd love to know.
How about when he says he took the lion's share of our
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
It was, you know what was good? It was
sucker.
just realistic enough where you're like, that sounds like something that Ferentz would say, right? Like,
right, yeah.
You know, but we got the playbook, guys.
Yeah, don't have to worry about it. Iowa fans should be ecstatic about that.
You're gonna get all the great offense that we're known for here at Iowa, which is none.
None. Zero.
I guess when he got there, he was probably like, "See, we scored 0 against Tennessee, and we got
y'all are feeding us what?
Yeah,
like I got to get the hell out of here and get back to Bama."
You mean the over under on us to score was a half a point, and we didn't do it?
It's like this doesn't seem right.
All right, I'm out of here. All right, here we go. Alabama Pro Day. It happened, and it was pretty cool, man. I mean, like getting the opportunity to see all of those star players from last year's team that are trying to get to the NFL. Tuscaloosa obviously had a lot of big time people because there's so many top picks, right? Latham's going to be a first round pick. You got Kool-Aid, you got Arnold. I mean, you got some receivers, some running backs. Your thoughts on Alabama's Pro Day?
The guy shined from everything I've read. Kool-Aid, he ran a 4.47 with a Jones fracture. He's supposed to have surgery on that Friday. So even with the fracture, he still ran the 40 and 4.47, which I found to be incredible. He will be 100% healthy by camp, but I mean, just all the way across the board, from what I understand, everybody really shined, and Latham and Kool-Aid and Dallas Turner and
Dallas Turner. I didn't think about him, but yeah, I mean, he's another guy that could be a top 15 pick, maybe.
Yeah, and I see you had Mike Tomlin in attendance. Mike McCarthy was there. Antonio Pierce from the Raiders. Brian Callahan from Tennessee. Got a whole host of GMs there. I didn't. I was working and doing a few things. I didn't have a chance to really watch any of it, and I don't know if you did either. I was, and I'm sure, but I'm going to ask you this anyway. Was Saban there?
Yeah, I didn't see Saban there.
Okay.
Which, I mean, somebody's got to go out and golf. Now, I did see Saban's. He may have been there, but I saw his wife and his daughter were there.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, probably to offer some moral support, but maybe Coach Saban probably had another obligation, and maybe he wanted to stay out of the way. I don't know. It's kind of a iffy, touchy type thing, but Saban is going to be on the NFL draft coverage. That's going to be his kind of big debut with ESPN. But you see these guys, good grief. What athletes these guys are. And they showed out yesterday at the Hank Crisp outdoor facility or indoor facility.
Right. I mean, he could have been there and kind of just been, under wraps. But I thought it was great, though, that Terrion Arnold, invited Kristen Saban and Terry Saban, and they feel like family to him. And you could see and feel the relationship that they had during the season. And I hate that he's leaving just because I really enjoyed his press conferences.
Yeah, me too. And I thought about that too, what you was just saying. They were probably there not only for all the players, but especially him. As they did develop, it seemed to be a really good bond. But the pro day in the books, and like I said, back on the practice field for the team today.
All right. Well, last thing, the guy that actually coached Alabama before Nick Saban was a guy named Mike Shula. Nice guy, former Alabama quarterback. His dad is one of the greatest NFL coaches of all time. A guy named Don Shula won Super Bowls with Baltimore and Miami, I think, too, right? But anyway, he is back in the SEC. Mike Shula returns.
Yeah, as an analyst for South Carolina. So Beamer Ball Part 2 or Beamer Ball Junior or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, Shula's back. He was coaching quarterbacks somewhere. I lost track.
Carolina, maybe Jacksonville.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe this South Carolina gig was easy enough for him because he may have still been with the Panthers, but no, I've lost track of Mike Shula until yesterday when this was announced. And but returning to the SEC, and look, I wish him nothing but the best. Like I say, he's a Bama guy. He played quarterback there at Alabama. He tried his best. He just wasn't very good at it.
What surprises me, or maybe it doesn't surprise me, is that the only head coaching job he's ever had was at Alabama.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so, he went back and was an offensive coordinator and a quarterback coach and all of those things, but never the head guy again. And he got great experience at Alabama, and I got to give him credit because the time that he did spend in Tuscaloosa set Nick Saban up where a lot of those guys that he recruited were on the team that won the national championship, including some of our good friends like Mike Johnson and Baron Huber, So,
well, I mean, he was a Tim Tebow away from really making a splash.
Yeah,
I mean, he was close.
I know.
He was close.
If Tim Tebow would have came to Alabama, the history of college football in the SEC would have been totally different.
Yeah, really. Yeah, think about it. I mean, if he would have landed Tebow, there's no telling what would have happened.
I know. Well, I don't think we would have won 6 national championships.
No, I don't think so either. No.
we
I don't want to think about it.
Teams. We would have had some good teams. Tebow would have been good. We would have gotten to at least the Peach Bowl with Tim Tebow.
Right. Yeah. Wouldn't be the Independence Bowl anymore. It'd be the Peach Bowl.
No, you're right. We're closing in on basketball. Hope you guys are ready for the NCAA tournament. And Roll Tide Friday night. Alabama's playing. Brett and I will talk about that on the show tomorrow. But want to wish all of you guys a great day and remind you that you can follow the Brett Elmore Show every morning on WJLX. Brett, there are a lot of places that people can catch your amazing morning radio show.
WJLX1015.com if you're out of the Birmingham area, the Jasper, Walker County area, north central Alabama on 102.5 HD3 if you have an HD radio, or of course online, like I mentioned, WJLX1015.com, the iHeartRadio app, TuneIn app, and our custom app for your iPhone and Android devices. Tune in 6 till 10 Central Time, and actually had a guy yesterday tuning in, said he found us on the Bama Tailgate Daily. So appreciate that so much.
Look at that, man. You are becoming a star across the state of Alabama.
Oh, yeah.
So proud of you. All right. Want to tell you guys a couple things. First off, show is brought to you by Pearl River Resort over in Choctaw, Philadelphia, Mississippi. Timeout Sports Lounge is your Vegas-style sports book. A lot of great acts as they celebrate their 30th anniversary. That includes Lone Star. That includes Boys to Men, Brian McKnight, Big and Rich with Gretchen Wilson and a lot of other ones. And then you got table games and slots over there. You also have a spa. The water park's about to open up as summer comes around, and Dancing Rabbit Golf Course, which is the Augusta that you can play. And we're brought to you by New Life Art. I got to throw that up there. Look, there it is, 4th and 31.
Oh, wow.
And I'm telling you, man, I really think that that this is really one of the finest prints that Danny's done. I mean, this is just great. I love it. I told you guys that before, but here's the official release right here. But you can check that out. They're available right now at newlifeart.com. And look, here's the pricing. Starts at $250, canvas at $1,600. But when you use the promo code Bama Tailgate, you get 15% off. So take advantage of that at checkout, and and take advantage of it, because that thing is beautiful, man. That is absolutely perfect. I love everything about it. I like the way that it lights up. I like the Bama jerseys and uniforms and Auburn and the crowd, and you can just feel that crowd ready to rush the field, and all they did was cry. All right, Brett, thank you guys for hanging out. We are also going to hear from our good friend Catfish soon. You know him at chadwickanderson.com. He says he's going to be on probably Friday and Saturday. He wants to come back on Sunday, possibly for the rollback show. So he's been busy, but he's helped over 10,000 families get into homes and studios like me. Investment consultant, Airbnb expert. That's Chad Anderson at chadwickanderson.com. Thanks for hanging out with us, everyone, and a hearty Roll Tide.